Well, good morning. We're here for our weekly Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It is Wednesday, September 1st,
Woohoo!
2021. Another, month has gone behind us, and a new month. I guess we always look at this as kind of like the start of something new, right? When we start a new month. We're here in the Senator Hearing Room at 555 Court Street. And as always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Join us, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today means that I can officially drink pumpkin spice and people can't be mad about it.
Right, it's like fall. So, well, we have a very short agenda today, small agenda today, but we will start with public comment. And there's a gentleman that we always love to hear from and see. David Beam is signed up. So David, if you want to come over and share with us what's on your mind this morning.
Commissioners, my name's David Beam. I'm a spokesman for disability people. I'd like to talk about emergency impairment for people who do suicide for disabilities. And I think we should have a plan for that for all the foster homes in Marion County. Because I think it'd be better for the families to be aware of that too. Because a lot of them can't read and write and they'll need some help sometimes. But some of them are scared. So I think the police department should be involved too, for Marion County Sheriff. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Good. Thanks, David.
And I think it would work for Marion County.
I appreciate your input.
Anything else? Got any questions on that?
No?
No public comments for you to tell us what you think. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Have a good day,
Thank you.
David.
You have a good day too. Be out working out the fair.
All right.
Have some corn for me.
Thank you.
I wasn't going to go last night, but I got called out there for signing a check, so it was interesting. I'm not going to say it on the record.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
That's
fair.
interesting.
Yeah.
I told the commissioner this morning.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right, so our first item after public comment is a presentation on the wildfire recovery update. Scott McClure is here. Welcome, Scott.
Yeah, so Scott McClure, Long-Term Disaster Recovery Manager.
Maybe want to pull that microphone
Oh,
closer to
yeah.
you since you have a mask on.
Yep. That makes sense, thank you. Yeah. Oh, it even sounds different. So.
It does.
Yeah, so status report number 7, September 1. And we're headed now into actually close to almost a year from the fire, very close. Similar building permit data, we're up to 33% on homes. And then on septics issued, we're up to 46%. And then on property clearance, it's interesting that they keep having little adjustments because they'll make some progress, but then they're adding people, which is a good thing. So the numbers actually stay a little similar, about 50% on property cleanups, hazard tree about 53%. Very important note, ODOT sent out by September 15th, they want the final right of entry permits, so that gives them the ability to go onto private property and do the cleanup for someone, which is a heck of a good deal. They've done really nice work up and down the canyon, so September 15th, if anybody wants to participate in that.
So what does that mean? Let's be really clear.
Yeah. So you contact ODOT, and then that allows ODOT to come onto your property and actually clear the site, and that's actually cleanup of ash debris, sometimes concrete, other issues on the site, and also the trees. They'll actually drop the trees. They do leave the trees on the ground for you to take care of, but it's a very good deal, but you have to actually sign a permission form to allow that, and if you don't do it by the 15th, more than likely you'll have to do it on your own at some point.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. So then on to kind of the county-led recovery projects. Similar last time, they're focusing on Gates books, getting documents into their software system. helping there. One thing that's going to help out really nice is they had a system that wasn't working well, so they're going to shift to a new software and utility system. And the consultant that we have helping them will actually be a big help in that process, because as you imagine, if you have a simple process, you kind of do your day-to-day work, but then when you have to do a conversion, that's a big job. And so now they've actually got some help to do that, so that'll be very good. On the communications and outreach side, we got a draft website for Gates, almost ready, just dropping in some local content, getting some of their forms on there. That'll be up and running pretty soon, hopefully. And then we got it worked out with our LTRG, Long-Term Recovery Group, on how to upgrade the santiamrecovery.org website. That was set up essentially on behalf of United Way, the LTRG, with help from Santiam Hospital. And so what we'll do is our consultant that we have will actually get that site upgraded, get it running and managed, and then when the project winds down in November, that'll get turned over to the LTRG, and then they have money in place to actually take care of that down the road. And we're also working on a framework for our first recovery newsletter. So getting out to partners, getting information, finding out who we need to talk to, and then get that distributed. On the economic impact opportunities analysis, they're focusing on really the kind of the pre-fire economic baseline. They've got state economic data, information from our assessor's office, just trying to figure out that baseline to go from. And one thing they did, which was very helpful, is their project coordinates, it really crosses over very much with the visioning project. So they actually worked out a flow chart that really shows steps of, we'll do this, we'll feed information to you, your information feeds back to us, and there's a whole little kind of arrows that go back and forth through the whole project. And we've actually got them on actually every other week meetings now, just so they can coordinate those 2 points, as they're the main crossover. Then on the housing side, we're continuing to work with the state, trying to fulfill the information requests. I think we just keep getting it fine-tuned better and better, but there's always some, it seems like there's some more information they're looking for to try to get to a decision. One thing we talked about, that just so many hurdles come up with recovery. We've had, septic tanks and lot line issues, and that there's so many things that come up. One that was poking around quite a bit was floodplain issues. And so you had some folks that couldn't start up on their process because they were in the floodplain, but it was an old map that they really probably weren't really affected, but you have to go through a process to essentially get out of the program. We got the surveying done, but now you need to do the paperwork to actually remove the property, so you're just done. And actually our Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments is applying for a grant through the state to try to get that process done. If it's successful, about 55 homes, they just don't have to worry about the floodplain anymore. So we'll see how that goes. Health impact assessment, data collection right now. They're kind of doing literature research, also confirming data sources. They're looking specifically at housing instability and how that affects a person. That's just one of the various subject areas that they're working on. The visioning strategic plans, they're fine-tuning the first community survey that's going to go out, and they've got community meetings in Gates and Detroit scheduled for late September. They're honing in on some dates, but more than likely September 23 and 24. And then just some other notes. FEMA, we have a person assigned to us that's kind of giving general advice on our consulting projects, and they're going to work up a narrative of really what happened from the fire up to this point. Our long-term recovery group has been making some nice progress organizationally, getting things really going pretty well. Big one, they received several grants from the Ford Family Foundation. That will actually fund their recovery manager position, website management, as I mentioned, after we turned the site. And then the Unmet Needs Committee was spotted just with money that they can actually just use however they need to. And another important effort that goes back to the housing we just talked about was they have a formal housing committee stood up now. That's myself, Matt Lawyer from the Commissioner's Office, and then one of the disaster case managers. And that's that area where they're working, the disaster case managers are working with folks directly. An issue comes up, and then the case manager ends up just starting to fish for information. They're like, well, maybe I'll call someone at the state, maybe I'll call someone at the county. They end up poking around quite a bit trying to find, where do I go with this? What we're going to try to do with that is it keeps us apprised of those issues, which helps with our housing efforts, but also we want to get to the point where we can get a little guide for them so we can help them with some of the things, so we can run some of that information, but actually put it into a guide. It was kind of fun, our first meeting. We said, well, what kind of a guide do you have right now? And it was essentially a giant notebook with a note here and a note here and a note there. And we said, we can help with that. And so I think eventually what we'd like to see is when somebody trying to rebuild comes in and they're like, well, I need help with some volunteers. Where do I go? Here. I need some help with money, go here. Here's a land use issue, go here. And just a place where you can figure out right there. And so then even like a brand new disaster case manager could come in and just go right to that guide and get those folks taken care of. So that's where we'd like to evolve. It's a very initial concept, but I think we'll get there on that. Then another one, their volunteer committee is doing very well. They've had enough requests that they've actually got things lined up through September with their own volunteer committee. Where they'd like to branch out is actually getting other groups involved. So like say, they can't get to a project, can you find a local nonprofit, a church group, a youth group, somebody that can come out and get help? So they're going to start working, trying to get some more partners plugged in there. And then wildfire memorial events, we're right on top of when it happened. So coming up in Mill City on September 5th from 12 to 1 at Kimmel Park. And then similar the same day at Detroit from 12 to 4 in the Detroit City Park. That's a little bit more of an informal function. And then the next day on September 6th in Idana, sponsored by the Fire District, they're going to do 2 o'clock at their city park.
It did, it got moved up.
Oh, something got, okay.
Yeah, just yesterday they changed
Oh.
it to 1:30 PM in Idana on September 6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
1:30 in Idana on September 6th.
it's a moving target.
I guess so.
So they can make it down to the fair by,
So Commissioner
4.
Willis can go give remarks.
There you go.
That's right, good job.
Okay.
Thanks for going.
And with that,
You're welcome.
happy to answer any questions.
I do have a couple.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the property and hazard tree cleanup?
Yeah.
Right of entry forms?
Right.
What's the final date? We want to make sure.
Yep. Yep, September 15th.
Right, so for the public, and if anybody's watching, those that have not got the right of entry, that is the final date.
Right.
Which would be exactly 7 days, and I just know that I left on September 8th at about 1 o'clock in the morning, which would have been a year and a week. So we want to encourage everybody to get those in. And then the other thing I want to make sure that everybody knows, we have our Volunteer Appreciation Day at the Oregon State Fair. And I know emails went out to invite all those that we had record of. And if somebody didn't get that email and they volunteered, we want to encourage them to reach out to the office here and we'll get them plugged in. So
Very good.
looking forward to that. Anything else?
No, we're making good progress.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a fair amount of concern right now up there because of the Bull Mountain fire.
Oh,
And because we're talking about wildfires, I just want to just say again that if you live up there or you have property up there, it's best to turn to law enforcement resources to find current information. Some of the Facebook groups up there I watched over the last couple of days really took some rumors and ran with it and scared people. As far as we know, Brighton-Bush is
level 1.
is a level 1, but the fire is still 5 miles north of that, which I know is still unsettling. But the Marion County Sheriff's Facebook page, the Marion County Facebook page, and then of course signing up for Everbridge, which is a lengthy process, but it's very helpful. I just want to encourage people to turn to those sources for information before you just turn to a random Facebook group, because not everybody knows all the things, and our sheriff has multiple personnel participating in this. They're participating daily in conversations and updating our team, and in the event that something gets going, we will notify the community immediately. It will be a response. It won't be a secret. So what's today, Wednesday? Monday morning, spent a fair amount of my afternoon and evening punting phone calls of people who were scared because of a rumor. And the rumor was unfortunate, but we just want to make sure people are connected, and we will communicate. So just be aware, be prepared, and be informed.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
That was important to say.
Yeah, Commissioner, you just reminded me of something. I wrote down a note under the health impact assessment. I had my grandsons up with me this weekend at my house, and I limited their time outside. And I don't know if that is part of this assessment, but
That's good
the
information.
smoke was so bad. We limited our walk to the store and back, and then 20 minutes in the hot, or half hour in the hot tub, which I had cold, but Had it at 95, it's still
The
hot,
cold
but-
bubbly water.
But I don't know who's doing that or what their focus is, but the health impact of not only the wildfires that wiped out everybody, but the continued wildfires that are happening and that health impact on people's physical health as they move forward. It's not good.
Right. Well, and obviously, in that case, mental health too, because you're limiting what you want to do.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
consciously
Well,
making
and the
adjustments.
fear of,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then the fear hanging over it,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not fearful anymore, because it's like, hey, it is what it is. I can't control that wildfire. I've learned that. And I try to tell people that, just be prepared, control what you can. Be prepared, have your stuff ready. You can't control, I spent 15 minutes on the phone with somebody we all know, talking
Monday.
him off the tree, talking him off the ledge the other day, because he had heard some rumor about what had happened, and I just said, hey, you can't control it. You can give your input, but just, you get spun up over something you can't control, it doesn't help you. So I want to encourage people to really focus on the things that they can do, and then help their neighbors. So I know I was there. I was trying to grab onto stuff that I just couldn't do. All right. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to our proclamation today under Health and Human Services. To consider approval of a proclamation designating the month of September 2021 as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in Marion County. Probably comes at an appropriate time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phil, where are you going? You got a
I was going to sit
presentation?
here and introduce the group, and then they were going to come talk.
Perfect.
Makes it a little easier so everyone maintains some social distancing. So Phil Blair with Program Manager for Behavioral Health and Human Services. I'm here to introduce Laura Sprouse and Scott Vu, who will talk a little bit about the proclamation.
Fantastic. Welcome, and just introduce yourself for the record.
Good morning. My name is Laura Sprouse. I'm the Zero Suicide Program Coordinator for Marion County Health and Human Services.
And I'm Scott Vu, Mental Health Promotion and Suicide Prevention Coordinator on the Health Promotion and Prevention team at HHS.
Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Laura.
Thank
Good to
you.
have
We
here.
appreciate the opportunity to come and speak and bring more awareness to suicide prevention and mental health.
So we shared with you in May about the importance of mental health awareness, especially in the light of the challenges our community has faced in the past 19 months. A crucial component of mental health is preventing suicide across the lifespan and within our communities. The preliminary data for 2020 reported 63 deaths by suicide in Marion County and 828 deaths by suicide in the state of Oregon. We all have a role to play in preventing one more person from dying by suicide.
We want to continue the conversation around mental wellness and suicide prevention by sharing the National Alliance on Mental Illness's theme for September, Together for Mental Health. This speaks strongly to the ongoing need for collaboration and unity as we support individuals in our community who experience suicidal and mental health crises. The more we bring the issue of suicide into the light, the more people we can support coming out of the darkness.
No one should feel alone or without the resources, support, and help that they need amidst a suicidal crisis. And Marion County Health and Human Services is committed to providing care and support to individuals struggling in our community. Throughout the last 19 months, our 500-plus staff have remained dedicated to the maintenance and improvement of the emotional and mental well-being of our community in the midst of some of the most traumatic events we have experienced in our lifetime. We believe the compassion and resilience of our staff has ultimately prevented suicide and saved lives.
This month and in the months to come, we encourage our community to join us in local and national suicide prevention efforts, You could visit the website for the Mid-Valley Suicide Prevention Coalition to find out about upcoming suicide prevention trainings. We will also have wellness activities posted on the Marion County Health and Human Services social media page. And you can also sign up to walk in the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's Walk Out of Darkness, which will be held at Riverfront Park in Salem on Saturday, October 9th. Next Thursday, September 9th at 11 a.m., several of our Health and Human Services staff will also be outside of our Silverton Road and Center Street campuses with the signs of hope like we gave you in May, just to encourage people as they drive by. We just want to emphasize that any effort our community puts forth to end suicide validates people's experiences, encourages people to seek support, and eases the suffering of many people who have struggled in silence. Hope is out there, and no one should be without it.
We thank you again for the opportunity to share our efforts to bring more awareness to suicide prevention and the importance of wellness in our community. Your time to hear us on this important matter is so valuable and appreciated. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your work, your service, and we all know this has been an issue even pre-COVID and pre-fires, and just highlighted the need for more work in this. So I don't know who's.
I'll start it, but before we do that, I just want to say thanks to Phil and your entire team for the work that happened definitely pre-COVID. I know that in 2019, there was a lot of community-wide work done in partnership with Salem Health and Salem Kaiser Public Schools and other local area partners that didn't really get off the ground to, in my opinion, spearhead some real solutions. And it is a priority for me. When I was, a month after or so I was sworn in, I drug you all into a meeting to say, what can we be doing? And there's efforts at the local high schools in the community to focus on this because of the 63 deaths you talk about. Many of them are youth, and it's a very difficult space to be in. And I think that with the passion that the team here at Marion County has and the resources that are available, we can make a difference. And I'm willing to really make sure that we can push ahead. And so I can make a commitment to all of you in our community that this is not something that I don't think about regularly, and that I'm going to make some noise about it. So I'm excited that you're here talking about it, and if there's an opportunity or an idea, I hope that you'll come to me with that so that I can really elevate it and make sure that we can make a difference.
One thing, we would like to extend an invitation to the entire board's office to do a suicide prevention training with you. We are happy to come in and facilitate that at a time that works well for you.
Great. I think reach out to Crystal upstairs and get it on our calendars.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think especially now, people are under a lot of stress, and it's more important than ever that we focus on preventing suicide in our community.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Okay, do you want me to start the proclamation?
Well, you want to make a motion? Yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah,
make
here,
a
how about I
motion
do
and
that?
we'll approve
I'll
it.
do that first. I'm happy to just jump into it.
And then we'll read it.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve a proclamation designating the month of September 2021 as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in Marion County.
And I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. And now we will read the proclamation.
All right, before the Board of Commissioners for Marion County, Oregon, in the matter of proclaiming the month of September 2021 as Suicide Prevention Month in Marion County. Whereas the mental health and wellness of Marion County residents is of the utmost importance to the well-being of Marion County as a whole. And whereas all Marion County residents have faced challenges in the past 18 months that may have impacted their wellness, including a global pandemic, civil unrest, wildfires, an ice storm, and other difficult and tragic circumstances. And whereas suicide is a tragic outcome of many complex factors and requires our immediate attention, consistent attention, and appropriate resources for prevention, intervention, and post-vention efforts. And
Whereas there were an estimated 63 deaths by suicide recorded in Marion County, and 828 deaths by suicide recorded in the state of Oregon during 2020. And whereas it is estimated that each death by suicide directly impacts on average 100 other individuals, including family members, friends, loved ones, and by extension, the entire community. And whereas the stigma associated with mental health and suicide works against suicide prevention by discouraging individuals at risk for suicide from seeking timely, appropriate, and life-saving help. And whereas Marion County Health and Human Services and our community partners are committed to suicide prevention efforts that reduce the adverse personal and community impacts of suicide and promote recovery. And
whereas Marion County Health and Human Services continues to implement the Zero Suicide Initiative across all service areas with the vision that no individual served by Marion County Health and Human Services will die by suicide. And whereas no single suicide prevention effort will be sufficient or appropriate for all populations or communities, and every person and organization has an essential role in supporting prevention, reducing stigma, and saving lives. And whereas Marion County strives to support the health of all residents by promoting prevention and raising awareness of treatment, education, and supports available to end suicide in our community, now therefore it is hereby proclaimed that the month of September 2021 is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in Marion County, dated at Salem, Oregon, the first day of September 2021. And signed by all of us. And, you know, the stigma issue, I just make a comment that and I know because I've said this publicly, I personally had to go get some help this year because of what I was dealing with as a result of stress, pressure, business life, our jobs, wildfire, evacuee, having COVID within my family, and it really made a difference to me. And I just want to thank you, the professionals that are there that can just, in some cases, like for me, it was just somebody to listen to me and to really refocus me on the things that, hey, what's it really, can you handle? What can you control? And gave me some breathing exercises and some things to really work on. And I just want to help anybody I can knock down those walls. It's okay to ask for help. Especially if you think about our jobs, we're always helping somebody. Somebody's always asking us to do something for them. And sometimes you think you're like shield proof, and you're not. We're all human beings. So thank you for what you do, and thank you for this proclamation, and take you up on your offer of what we can do to help. So it's really an important area. Every life matters. We all know that. And to try to help people understand that they have a really important role in this world and in this life, I think that's part of all of our jobs. Appreciate it.
We also brought some pins that are teal and purple ribbons, which are the colors for Suicide Prevention Month. So
Perfect. Who knew? I feel like I may have wore the right shirt.
you just knew ahead of time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Will the health department do a press release on this? Yes. Okay.
Oh, and here's your.
Asking
here's
Katrina in the background. Thank you. Will someone send me the details for the walk? Yes, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, if you send them to the board scheduler, they'll.
I'm not much of a runner. I told my trainer today that the only time I run is if someone's chasing me, so I'll have.
Well, we can fix that.
No.
We got more people
I mean, if you
chasing
feel
you.
the need to chase me, fine, but I prefer not to run. Ever.
I don't like running either, but I started a few years ago, but now my plantar fasciitis allows me to have an excuse. But I worked out again this morning, Commissioner.
Good
Me
job.
too.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yes, Commissioner Willis likes to run. He chases a soccer ball.
I do. I do. There's no soccer this morning.
But he still thinks he's 18 when he does it.
That's
and
right.
he
I
hurts
get
himself.
injured like just about every week.
I love it.
There we go. Put
One
that
can
on that
hope.
side.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew we could stretch this thing out to 9:30, right? Good, so here we
There's
are.
supposed to be here from Public Works for this next thing.
Consent calendar. Well, because it's on the consent calendar.
Okay.
So our next item is on the consent calendar. Commissioner Willis has approved an order. Well, you can read it. That's your job. I don't need to do it. It's a consent calendar. So
All
you
right,
need to-
Mr. Chair, I move the consent agenda on it, and in it approve, under Public Works, approve an order for the revised bylaws for the Marion County Parks Commission.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I think I haven't read the calendar in a while, so I'll do it. Like,
Okay.
You guys
I'll
can
watch.
sign. You can sign all the heavy paperwork we have
Well, there's a
today.
lot today.
I know.
Commissioner.
I think we did it
It's gonna take us a
already.
long
I forgot
time.
that you read the calendar too.
Well, you know, here's the thing. When I got here the first year, and the chair always read the calendar, and then I was supposed to be chair, and I gave it up, and I think Janet was chair, and she read the calendar, and then I became chair, and I said, oh, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna have
He
somebody else.
helped the new guy
Yeah.
learn the ropes.
Is
He
that what
helped,
it
he
was?
helped
Like
the
he-
new guy read the calendar. every
Yeah, I
day.
said,
And when I became chair, I democratized the process.
Yeah, I said the second vice chair can read the calendar.
I think it's a year of observation, and maybe it'll be the second vice chair
You can
next
do
year
anything
too.
you want. Maybe you'll eliminate it. All right, so we are here on Wednesday, September 1st. And at noon today, we have Woodburn, Marion County meetings at Metropolis, whatever that thing is, in Woodburn. And today at 1:15, we have a Board of Commissioners Chief Administrative Officers meeting, executive session if needed pursuant to ORS 192.660 in the Commissioners Boardroom. And also today at 2:15, we have a special meeting of the Board of Commissioners, location here on the 5th floor. And on Thursday, tomorrow at 9:30, department head elected officials meeting in the Commissioners Boardroom. And I will not be there, so you'd be ready to chair that, so, so that'd be good. And I don't think I can call in for that based on my schedule. And then on again on Thursday, the 2nd, Health and Human Services Policy Meeting, located here in the Commissioners Boardroom at 1 o'clock. Sunday at 5 o'clock, Sunday the 5th at noon, Wildfire Mill City Memorial Event at Kimmel Park. Also Sunday the 5th at noon, Detroit Wildfire Memorial Event, location Detroit City Park. Monday, the 6th is Labor Day, and the office is closed. On Monday, the 6th at 4 p.m., Canyon Rising Volunteer Recognition, location at the Oregon State Fairgrounds. On Tuesday, the 7th at 9:30, Management Update here in the Commissioners Boardroom. On Tuesday, the 7th at 1:30, Health and Human Services Policy Meeting, location here in the Commissioners Boardroom. On Tuesday, the 7th, 3 p.m., Health Officers Meet and Greet in Commissioners Boardroom on the 5th floor. And on Wednesday, the 8th, we are back here at 9 a.m., and at 1:15, we have the Board of Commissioners Chief Administrative Officers meeting here on the 5th floor. All right. Labor Day. So, I was talking with Jessica, I think it was yesterday, Jessica talked to me about this, what we're gonna do a resolution about the fires. And, you know, people think about the Labor Day fires, and I said, you know, it isn't, the anniversary isn't Labor Day, the anniversary, well, at least the people in Detroit was the 8th.
Right.
Yeah,
The town
Tuesday
didn't
the
burn down till the evening of the 8th, and so it was Tuesday afterwards. Mill City, some of the stuff, Gates, some of that went down, a lot of that went down on, but still, 7th and the 8th. So I think next week we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that and talk about a lot of the things that happened during that, so. But the celebrations, memorial celebrations, I don't know what you want to call them, are happening this weekend, and it's just so great to see the spirit of the people. And you went Saturday, I couldn't go to the
Oh, yeah, Colin was there too, the Heart of the
Fundraiser.
Canyon
Yeah, the Heart of the
fundraiser.
Yeah, I bought tickets and gave them away because I had promised I would take care of my grandsons that weekend. But, I mean, just those types of events that people are doing, what's gonna happen with, on Monday, and the fundraising that's gonna take place as a result of the.
Yeah, for the Canyon Rising event and the volunteer recognition. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I think
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
there's been a delay in the press releases. So on Monday, we're going to be at the Oregon State Fair. There's a concert that starts at 4 p.m. and we've invited the volunteers that participated in the wildfire recovery to come to that with their family, and we'll recognize them. But at the same time, between this last Monday and a week from Labor Day, there's a QR code, a fundraiser for an activity called Canyon Rising. And it's specific to an ask that really has come out of folks who are trying to get home. And there's been funds, lots of really great funds stood up to help with a lot of general things, but the cost of recovery is expensive. Not just the daily living things, but the actual rebuild effort. And so Jan and I are leading the housing recovery in the Santiam Canyon, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks there'll be some really exciting information that we can share about some of the efforts we've been tirelessly working on. But we're hoping to raise $500,000 in the next 2 weeks, specifically for housing recovery in the canyon. We're calling it gap funding. There's folks up there that were underinsured or not insured, and we've been able to, with partners, get them to a certain point, but there's some dollars that they need to acquire to be able to get over the finish line to go home. And so this Canyon Rising event is what that's about. It's to acquire some dollars so we can help families get home, back up the canyon in the best way that suits them. And so it's very unique. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's literally every single human that we've worked with up there has a unique personal circumstance to get home, and it's a lot of work. So hopefully we can raise some money. We're partnering with the United Way of the Mid-Willamette Valley on that project specifically, and then the Oregon State Fair generously said we'd love to support and help on this, so we brought these activities together to host this Canyon Rising and volunteer recognition activity on Monday. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be able to help some folks. And I think just an example, there's a private lane up the North Fork that has 13 households on it. We talked about this a bit, I think, in management update maybe. And because it's a private road, those families had to originally pool their funds together to make that road exist. And it was impacted. I mean, the road's falling apart, it melted, lots of damage, and it's expensive. So in addition to the fact that these people have to figure out how to rebuild their homes and replace all their furniture and their lives, they have to figure out how to rebuild a road. And it's $9,000 approximately for that, which doesn't seem like a huge dollar amount. But when you're thinking about trying to rebuild your entire life, that's just one more thing. And so this housing recovery fund would be able to help write that check and get them a contractor up there to get their road done so they can get the rest of their lives moving ahead. And this road has literally delayed these folks from being able to rebuild because companies can't come in and out in a safe manner because of the damage to the road. And unfortunately, Marion County can't just write them a check because of all the rules that go around roads and road maintenances and things of that nature, which I had no idea existed before I became commissioner. So anyway, that's just an example. There's information likely on Facebook. I posted it to my personal pages. I'm sure the other commissioners did as well. The county has it pushed out. So if you can donate a few dollars through that QR code, I know these families would be grateful.
Thank you. That is important work, isn't it?
Yeah.
On our Facebook page, in fact, I was just looking it up, it is there on Marion County's Facebook page. $5 for every ticket. If you buy tickets to the concert, reserve seats to the concert, general admission, I think you can get in
Still.
for free. I mean, if you have your ticket into the fair, you get in to watch the concert, but you're way up above. So $5 from every reserved concert tickets goes to the fundraiser, and you can go to our page and And I think I heard yesterday, Tamara said that they hadn't had a donation while we were sitting there. I donated some money, so I wanted to make
Get
sure
it
we
going.
got it started.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can go to our page, United Way. There's lots of places that you can get the information on how to donate, and
Yeah.
it'll be a fun event, and I'm really thankful for the partnership with United Way and the fair and Marion County to pull this off. It
Me
really,
too.
it really helped our people not have to put a whole event together. So it's a great partnership. That's how we work in Marion County. Work together, get things done. Yeah. Many hands make the
Light
work
work.
light. Yep. Doesn't feel that way lately.
Well, Mr. Chair, I want to make a comment about the decision we made yesterday, because I saw Portland announce, the state announced that employees that don't get vaccinated could face termination. And then I saw that Portland also put out a statement saying that employees that don't get vaccinated could face termination. And so I just think it's important that we told our employees that that won't be our position, and that no employee will be terminated or lose employment based on their vaccination status. And I think that's important. It's important that a person is not coerced into medical treatment by the government. And the right to make your own healthcare decisions is really important as well. So I just want to say that so that people don't think that all government jurisdictions are doing the same thing on that issue.
I agree. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, and I'm grateful to be a part of this team that acknowledges health is a personal journey, and it's something we should be doing with our doctors, and it shouldn't be political. And I think that what we did shows our employees that this isn't political for us. This is personal. Each individual has a personal choice and a personal right, and we support that, and we support them, and we'll continue to do all the things that we've done over the last 18 plus months to keep employees safe in our buildings, and continue to work really, really hard with our health team who's in the audience to make sure people are educated, informed, and have access to the things that help them be the safest as well.
Good job.
Well, yeah.
I feel like I'm
you know,
always
we've-
campaigning.
we've-
It's like it's a constant speech.
We've talked about this in its public. I mean, I got my vaccine sitting right over there on April 7th, and we want to encourage people that have a desire to do that, to seek their their doctor's opinion, to get my doctor said, yeah, get it. When I went and got my physical, he said, have you had your vaccine? And I said, yeah, you told me it was okay to get it. So, yeah, it's a personal choice. We want to continue to do that, and I, for one, made that choice to do it. And I know many of our employees have made that choice, but we want to make sure that they understand that that is not something we're going to
Force.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I do have a quick question before you end this for Katrina or Ryan. Do we still have PPE available for the public if need be?
Yes.
And they can
Lots.
just I know, I feel like we have a lot. So if there's folks in the community, businesses and so forth that need access to PPE, you can contact the Marion County Health Department and they will route you in the right direction to make sure that it gets out.
If you don't mind, we're actively buying more too, just because we've had some supplies that have been low, like gloves and gowns, and so when those become available, we purchase more. But we still have our large warehouse and public works things. And, yeah, we're just continuing to build that up. Just
Good.
So
in case.
just for the record, probably that didn't pick up on the microphone. This is Katrina Rothenberg from our health department, and she said that they are continuing to buy more PPE, whatever that's.
PPE.
This stuff,
PPE.
this stuff.
Yeah.
And we have it available. So good.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that we should take that. I keep looking at your cell phone image. Let's take that and put it in the feed of our video that goes on the live feed, so people can go right to that link and see it.
I don't know how to do that.
I will do it. I do.
Are you talking about the YouTube video of this?
So there's, you can put it in you can post it in the comments. You can post it as a comment.
Yeah. Well,
So
I know how to turn
CCTV
on my
can do
cell
it.
phone and turn it off.
I will add it to the thread.
Okay, anything else? Well, be safe out there. Take care of yourself, and we will adjourn until next week.